Chosen one, have you ever sat in the quiet of your own thoughts, wondering why, after all this time, God has kept you single? Have you ever focused on why every relationship fades away, falls apart, or simply never even begins? No matter how much you've prayed or tried, it's not by chance. It's not rejection, it's divine timing. And it has everything to do with who you are and what you're called to do. You didn't click on this video by accident. This message reached you at the perfect moment, just when your soul was seeking the confirmation it had been waiting for. You see, being set apart often feels like isolation, but in reality it's sacred protection. God has preserved you for something rare, something powerful. And today I'm going to reveal exactly why this season of singleness is part of your divine mission. By the end, you'll see your life, your waiting, and even your past relationships in a completely new light. Before we dive in, drop "I break singleness" in the comments if you know deep down that this message is for you. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with another chosen one, so they can receive what they were meant to hear too. Number 1, recognizing your calling in singleness. Chosen one, the first truth you must embrace is this: your singleness isn't a flaw to fix, it's a calling to honor. Many won't understand this because the world has taught us to view singleness as a temporary phase, something to rush through on the way to a relationship. But for you, this season isn't a waiting room, it's a training ground. From the beginning, God placed His mark on you. You've always been different. Deep down you know it, even as a child. You felt the pull of something greater, something that set you apart from the ordinary. Because of that, your path was never meant to look like everyone else's. Where others could easily settle into relationships, God wouldn't allow it for you. He protected your heart, your time, and your focus for a reason far beyond what you can fully see right now. Relationships aren't just about companionship, they're spiritual alliances. They bind destinies, merge callings, and intertwine spiritual missions. For someone with your anointing, God cannot allow you to be tied to the wrong person. Even a well-meaning partner who is spiritually misaligned could derail your destiny. That's why doors you thought were right closed without warning. That's why people you believed were permanent suddenly vanished. It wasn't because you weren't enough, it was because you're chosen. And God refuses to let anything dilute your mission. Think about it. How many times have you felt a connection, a spark, only for it to fizzle out quickly? How many times did you think, "This is the one," only to watch the relationship unravel before it even took root? It's not random. It's divine intervention. God may allow your heart to feel a connection, but if that person can't walk with you into the next level of your calling, He removes them, sometimes abruptly. In your singleness, God is sharpening your discernment, the ability to see beyond charm, attraction, and surface compatibility to the spiritual reality behind a person. Chosen ones need razor-sharp spiritual vision because their partner will be more than a companion. They'll be a co-laborer in the kingdom. God knows that if you commit too early, before that discernment is mature, you risk attaching to someone who seems perfect but is wrong for your spirit. This is also why you've gone through deep seasons of withdrawal, pulling back from social circles, losing interest in dating, even feeling a holy dissatisfaction with settling just to fit in. In those moments, God was removing the noise so you could hear His voice clearly. The fewer distractions from wrong relationships, the more you can grow into the fullness of your mission. And let's be real, chosen one, your mission is weighty. God isn't just preparing you to be someone's spouse. He's preparing you to carry influence, speak truth, bring healing, and shift atmospheres wherever you go. You can't access that kind of power without seasons of refinement, and refinement often happens in solitude. While others fill their time with constant company, you're being trained in the silence. During this time, God is also teaching you the value of your own presence. Many chosen ones fall into the trap of thinking their worth increases in a relationship. But the truth is, your worth was established before you were born. Singleness allows you to see yourself through God's eyes, complete, whole, lacking nothing. When you grasp this, You stop attracting relationships from lack and start attracting them from overflow. Notice something about your journey so far. Every ended relationship, every closed door, every person who walked away, it all drew you closer to God. It removed distractions and led you to a place where you could hear Him more clearly. That's not failure, it's alignment. God has built a version of you that can stand strong with or without human company. In this season, pay attention to how God is equipping you. You might feel drawn to new spiritual practices, deeper study of the Word, hidden talents emerging, or a stronger sense of purpose. This is your preparation. The work you're doing now won't be wasted. When the time comes and God sends your kingdom partner, you'll meet them as a whole person, grounded in purpose, not desperate for validation. Remember, chosen one, your calling is too great to be rushed. If you feel behind because you're still single, understand this, you're not behind. You're on God's timeline, and His timing is perfect. What you're waiting for will arrive neither too early nor too late, but exactly when you and your partner are ready to walk in unity without compromise. Until then, don't despise your singleness. Honor it as the sacred season it is, the place where God shapes your heart, sharpens your spirit, and prepares you to carry the weight of your destiny. You're not overlooked. You're set apart. And the same God who called you into this season will lead you out when the work is done. Number 2, spiritual protection and energy preservation. Chosen one of the deepest reasons God has kept you single is that your spirit carries a weight not everyone can handle, and not everyone should be allowed to touch. You're not just flesh and blood. You're a spiritual vessel carrying light, wisdom, and authority. A wrong connection can drain that light faster than you realize, and the enemy knows it. So God has placed a shield around you, often in the form of isolation. Relationships are more than emotional bonds. They're energy exchanges. Every conversation, touch, or moment shared is a transfer of spiritual substance. For a chosen one whose presence alone can shift atmospheres, that exchange is sacred. It must be guarded. Imagine trying to fill a cup with a crack in the bottom. No matter how much God pours into you, if you're linked to someone draining your energy, you'll always feel empty. That's why some relationships ended so suddenly, without explanation. You might have thought it was your fault or theirs, but often it was neither. God saw something you couldn't, an unseen spiritual weight, an impure intent they might not even have been aware of. He removed them because their presence would have compromised your mission. Chosen ones attract people for many reasons. Some are drawn to your light because they recognize God in you. Others because your energy feels like healing. And then there are those sent, yes, sent by forces opposing your purpose to distract, discourage, or deplete you. They may disguise themselves as romance, friendship, or help. Without spiritual protection, you might not see the danger until it's too late. That's why God keeps you hidden from certain people and why potential connections fizzle before they even start. There's also a truth many overlook. Intimacy creates soul ties, not just emotional memories, but spiritual bonds linking your spirit to another's. A soul tie with the wrong person can cloud your vision, distort your hearing when God speaks, and keep you bound to cycles you've outgrown. God won't allow His chosen vessel to be entangled in ties that weaken your mission. Recall moments when, around certain people, your spiritual fire dimmed, dreams harder to remember, prayers heavier, clarity foggy. That's not coincidence. That's energy being siphoned. The enemy can't destroy you directly, so he aims to exhaust you until you lack strength for your calling. God sees it and won't allow it. Some of you have felt an almost supernatural barrier when trying to date, things going well on the surface but never progressing. That's God posting angels at the gates of your destiny. No one enters without His permission. Those rejections that made you cry were actually spiritual rescues. This level of protection isn't for everyone. It's a privilege, even if it feels like a burden. Many are free to choose in love, even if it harms them long term. But because you're chosen, God reserves the right to intervene when a connection risks derailing your purpose. It may mean fewer options, but higher quality for those truly assigned to you. Your energy is precious. It fuels the work you're destined to do. Every act of kindness, spoken word and prayer draws from that reservoir. Let the wrong people access it constantly, and you'll burn out when your mission demands strength. That's why God doesn't rush you into relationships. He's teaching you to guard your spirit and discern who deserves your energy. You've likely noticed sensitivity even in friendships to negativity, gossip, jealousy, hidden motives. That's your spiritual radar at work. The same radar vital for choosing a life partner. It's not just about avoiding pain, it's about preserving the anointing you carry. Anointing flows best in purity, focus, and peace. A draining relationship stifles all three. Chosen one, if you've had patterns of short-lived relationships, don't see it as rejection, see it as divine protection. God has placed a spiritual firewall around you because what you carry is too precious to contaminate. Sometimes his protection even makes you invisible to certain people. You wonder why you're approached less or seem overlooked. You're not overlooked, you're hidden from those who would misuse your heart, pull you into drama, or consume your light without giving back. In this season, instead of resenting singleness, honor it as a shield. Thank God for connections that didn't happen, relationships that ended abruptly, doors that slammed shut. Every no was a rescue. Every not yet added armor to your spirit. You may not have seen the danger, but heaven did. If this resonates, if you look back and see patterns of divine interference saving you from harm, type 444 in the comments now. It's your confirmation. Your solitude isn't punishment. It's how God preserves the light in you so that when He releases you into your kingdom partner's arms, you'll be whole, strong, and radiant. God protected you because He knows the magnitude of your calling. You can't pour from an empty vessel. Your energy must be preserved, your spirit guarded, your heart pure. Chosen one. That's why you've been single so long, not because you're unworthy, but because you're priceless. Number 3, refining your spirit and building your character. Chosen one, God's decision to keep you single this season isn't just about protection from harm. It's about shaping you into the vessel He needs. Every calling carries weight. Before you can bear it, your spirit and character must be refined. Many struggle here because refinement often feels like isolation, stretching, even breaking. But in God's hands, breaking is never for destruction. It's for rebuilding you stronger, purer, wiser. When you're single, you have a unique advantage. You can hear God clearly without the constant input of a partner's needs, opinions, or energy. In that silence, God removes parts of you that won't survive the next level. Pride, impatience, self-doubt, hidden wounds you didn't even know existed. A relationship might distract from these, but solitude forces you to face them head-on. This is your desert season, a spiritual training ground. Think of David tending sheep before becoming king, Moses in the wilderness before leading Israel, Jesus fasting 40 days before his ministry. Their time alone wasn't wasted, it was essential. God used it to refine character, sharpen discernment, strengthen resolve. He's doing the same with you. Refinement also uncovers hidden treasures in your spirit. Many gifts emerge when you rely fully on God. With no one else to lean on emotionally, you learn to lean on Him. When you're not pouring energy into a relationship, you channel it into spiritual growth, creative callings, personal mission. These seasons are where chosen ones learn to lead. Create, serve, and build without external validation. God is teaching you emotional maturity too. Kingdom unions require self-mastery and emotional balance, only forged through trials. In singleness, you learn to manage reactions, master emotions, walk in patience. Without this, even the right relationship could crumble under immaturity. Patience is a key fruit of refinement, trusting God's timing over rushing your own. He breaks the world's voice, saying, you need a partner to be complete. He builds a foundation so solid that no relationship or lack of one shakes your identity. Purification happens here too. God removes unhealthy desires, mindsets, coping mechanisms from past relationships. He heals scars from heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment. Without this, you'd carry old wounds into new connections, creating pain cycles. Through refinement, God ensures you enter your kingdom union from wholeness, not desperation or brokenness. He's raising your standards too, not pridefully, but in alignment with your worth and calling. You stop accepting disrespect, spiritual mismatch, lukewarm love. You recognize the difference between interest and divine assignment. Refinement builds humility, removing parts that could misuse future blessings. Power, influence, love can corrupt if character isn't strong enough. By keeping you single, God ensures that when He gives you a partner, platform, or greater influence, you'll remain anchored in His spirit, not ego or emotion. You may feel tension between desiring companionship and knowing God is still working on you. That tension means you're in the fire of refinement. Fire is uncomfortable. It burns what's out of place, demands surrender. But the result is pure gold, strong, unshakable. That's what God is making of you. Chosen one. It hurts watching others meet, marry, build lives while you're in this season, but their process isn't yours. Your preparation is deeper because your calling is greater. God can't afford to send you out unprepared. He's invested too much. One day, you'll thank Him for this time. You'll see how you've grown in wisdom, strengthened in faith, clarified in vision, all because of solitude. The version of you starting this season couldn't handle the blessings coming. Embrace the process. Let God work fully. Lean into His lessons. Use this time to deepen your walk with Him, master your gifts. Become someone who not only attracts, but sustains a God-ordained relationship. Your singleness isn't a pause. It's the chapter where God makes you unstoppable in purpose, unshakable in faith, unbreakable in spirit. When He's done, your refined character and strong spirit will cause blessings to multiply, never to be lost. Chosen one, that's the beauty and necessity of this refinement season. It's not to harm you, it's to prepare you for everything you've prayed for and more. Number 4, breaking generational cycles. Chosen one, another reason God has kept you single so long is that you're the one called to break generational cycles in your lineage. You're not just living your story, you're rewriting one passed down for decades, maybe centuries. The patterns you've seen in your family around relationships, marriage, loyalty, trust, love, they aren't all accidental. Some have spiritual roots, repeating because no one before you had the knowledge, strength, or anointing to stop them. But you do. For some, you've witnessed cycles of broken marriages, infidelity, toxic partnerships, unsupported single parenting, financial instability in relationships, or normalized emotional abuse. These have spiritual roots, if unaddressed. They pass like invisible inheritance the enemy knows. Keeping them alive weakens future generations. But God chose you as the interrupter. That's why you can't rush into any relationship. God uses this singleness to open your eyes to what's really happening. You're learning to spot dysfunction and stop it at the root. You've likely noticed you can't tolerate behaviors or compromises others in your family overlooked. That's not just preference, it's God's Spirit in you refusing to repeat history. Singleness gives clarity and space to heal wounds you didn't cause. You're facing pain that may predate your birth, forgiving offenses not personally experienced but carried from your upbringing. This healing demands focus, can't be rushed or half done. God must close every door to old cycles before opening new ones. Some connections that interested you didn't deepen, even if they seemed good. God saw seeds in them that could rebirth those cycles. Divine prevention. Breaking cycles isn't just finding the right partner, it's becoming the right person. When God unites you with your kingdom spouse, your relationship becomes a new starting point for generations. Your children won't see dysfunction as normal. Your family will have a fresh spiritual foundation rooted in peace. Honor, covenant, love. That's the mission God protects. It also means unlearning unhealthy models shown to you, accepting mistreatment as sacrifice, manipulation as romance, settling from fear of loneliness. All must be replaced by God's truth, best done when He has your full attention. Chosen one, this work can feel lonely. You might wonder if it's worth it, but remember, you're carrying freedom for those after you. Your obedience now becomes their inheritance later. The holy love you model will be their norm. Boundaries you set protect them from abuse, dishonor, spiritual compromise. That's why warfare around your love life has been intense. The enemy doesn't want this chain broken forever, but God's protection is stronger. Every delay, rejection, devastating breakup worked for your deliverance. You're not behind, you're ahead, stopping what held your family back for generations. When the time comes, your love story won't just bless you, it'll testify that God redeems and restores what's been broken long. In this season, keep letting God work. Keep studying His Word, keep healing, keep breaking lies taught about love and relationships. Refuse anything resembling old cycles. Trust that when your time comes, you'll enter a relationship not carrying generational pain, but as a vessel of generational blessing. Chosen one, God kept you single because the foundation He's building through you will last for you and every life connected for generations. Number 5, missions that require solitude. Chosen one of the biggest misconceptions about your life is why you spend so much time alone. People assume you're isolated because you can't find the right person or you're too picky, but the truth runs much deeper. God has placed specific missions in your life that can only be fulfilled in solitude right now. Your singleness isn't a void, it's the exact environment needed for the work He's called you to do in this chapter. Some missions are so delicate, sacred, they can't be done amid constant companionship. They require quiet, focus, no unnecessary voices. God knows that in a relationship, attention divides. For this season, your focus must be fully on Him. It's not deprivation, it's consecration. Think of great movements born in solitude, prophets receiving visions in wilderness, leaders finding strategy in hidden places. Deep creativity and revelation come when alone with thoughts and God. He's placed you in that same season. You may not fully understand all your missions yet. Some reveal gradually. Others you're aware of. A ministry to build, message to share, creative work to complete, kingdom impact business or calling. If you had a partner now, especially unaligned, they could unintentionally pull you from timely fulfillment. God's missions are time-sensitive, divine assignments for specific windows. Missing one due to distraction could ripple beyond your life to those your mission touches. That's why He guards this season fiercely. Solitude teaches you to hear God without interference. Surrounded by people, their voices, opinions, fears mix with His. In quiet, you learn His personal voice. That sensitivity is crucial next season, especially making joint decisions with a partner. Some carry missions needing intense spiritual preparation, fasting, prayer, study, obedience at new levels. Harder with divided attention between God's call and nurturing a relationship. Right now, God wants laser focus on the work. Your current missions may require flexibility. Mobility a relationship could complicate. Sudden moves, travel, long hours building something new. In solitude, you move swiftly without explanation or compromise. Not that God never intends companionship. He knows preparation order. Some missions must finish before Kingdom Alliance. So when your partner arrives, you're both free for the next season without unfinished business. Solitude sharpens trust in Him too. No partner to rely on emotionally, financially, mentally. You learn He's your provider, comforter, guide. That spiritual independence strengthens you for future challenges. You'll stand beside your partner in strength, not as a crutch. For some, this solitude benefits your future partner too. God preparing them for their missions. Meeting too soon could tear you apart before unity readiness. This truth is hard when your heart longs for company, but see it as sacred partnership with God, entrusting eternal impact tasks. You're in a divine work season. Relationships come when solitude-required work ends. Looking back, you'll see projects, messages, creations, ministries born here only possible with space to think. Pray, act undistracted. You'll thank God for clarity, protection, even quiet nights that felt lonely. They were fertile ground for destiny to root and grow. Chosen one, honor this season. Don't fight or waste it wishing it away. Your solitude isn't empty. It's a sacred mission itself. When finished, you'll enter the next chapter faithful to what God placed in your hands. Then you'll be ready for the union He planned, built on two fulfilled individuals uniting for greater calling. not distraction or compromise. Number 6, divine timing and your prepared partner. Chosen one of the greatest truths to anchor in your heart. God's timing isn't yours, yet it's perfect. If He's kept you single this long, it's not because He forgot you, but because you and your future partner are being prepared for something greater than the relationship itself. Kingdom unions aren't hastily built, they're precisely crafted, aligned in love, purpose, and God's perfect timing. It's easy to grow impatient when your heart is ready and longs for companionship. You see others meeting, marrying, building families, while you wait endlessly. But chosen one, God isn't late. He's synchronizing your life with your partners, so every piece aligns when you meet. Your future partner isn't random, someone whose destiny merges with yours like rivers into one. That requires both of you spiritually mature, emotionally healed, fully equipped for joint missions. Entering too early turns calling weight into burden, not blessing. That's why God's delay is mercy sparing you from meeting the right person at the wrong time, where without preparation, it becomes heartbreak instead of kingdom partnership. He's ensuring your meeting isn't just a spark, it's sustained fire enduring life's challenges and seasons. Preparation is twofold. While shaping your heart, strengthening spirit, refining character, He's doing the same for them. They're learning lessons to love you uniquely, perhaps in their own desert season, shedding past weights, building patience, aligning with God's design. When the time comes, the meeting won't feel forced. Peace and certainty surpassing past connections. No begging for signs, timing and alignment will confirm itself. Conversations flow, spirits resonate, purposes intertwine naturally. That's divine timing's beauty. It removes striving. You're not waiting for a person, you're waiting for a season. Seasons are God-ordained, no rushing them. Like fruit ripening in time, so kingdom unions, picking early robs sweetness. Protection in timing. 2, guarding from counterfeits. Resembling answers but meant to distract or derail. Stay close to Him this season. Venturing into unordained relationships. Risks emotional detours delaying your true meeting. In singleness, ask God to prepare your heart for His intended love. Pray for your future partner, their safety, growth, obedience. Not wasted, it strengthens your spiritual bond before meeting. When divine timing arrives, everything prior will make sense. Why relationships failed, people left, God seemed silent in solitude. Every unanswered prayer, every tear, purposeful. God wasn't punishing, He was perfecting the blessing. Some of you are closer than you think. Signs of shifting season, sudden clarity on purpose, increased peace in singleness, effortless open doors, aligning with calling. Dreams, visions, confirming what's coming. When signs appear, don't rush, be attentive. God often hints before full revelation. And here's the beauty. When the right person comes in God's time, you won't lose yourself to keep them. No compromising values, stifling calling, dimming light. They'll see value, walk beside you as equal kingdom partner. Your love won't just be about you two, it'll glorify God. Hold on, keep building, growing, walking in purpose. God isn't just preparing them for you. He's preparing you for love you've never known. Patient, unshakable, purpose-driven, heaven-protected. Chosen one, when it comes, every part of you, spirit, body, soul, will know. You'll be grateful for every day waited because it was worth it. The partner God has isn't just someone to share life, someone to share destiny. And that dear chosen one is always worth the wait. Final word, your time is coming. Chosen one, you've journeyed with me through this message, and now you see it clearly. Your singleness was never about rejection or delay. It was divine strategy. Every closed door, ended relationship, lonely season, God building, protecting, positioning you for far greater than you imagined. It's not just romance, it's destiny. God wrote a story where every chapter, even filled with solitude and questions, has purpose. He refined your spirit, preserved energy, healed generational wounds, prepared you for missions needing full focus. He shaped you to not just enter a relationship, but sustain, nurture, use it as vessel for His glory. Feel the weight of this. You're not behind. You're exactly where God needs you. The enemy wants you believing you're missing out. Life passing by, but you're ahead. letting God build foundation before the house. Many rush into love without it and pay later. You let the master builder prepare, so your union withstands time. A prophetic shift is coming. For some, this is confirmation your waiting season ends soon. You'll notice divine alignments, effortless doors, rising inner preparation. You'll know by peace, not desperation. For others, God says more work in you first, and that's not to fear but embrace. The more you yield, the fuller his blessing. Hear this, you're God prepared. Partner isn't just to love you, someone to walk in purpose with you. They'll understand your calling, respect boundaries, honor spirit, cherish presence. They won't be intimidated by your light. They'll protect and nourish it. Together, you'll live testimony of what God does when two submit their relationship to Him. Until then, don't waste singleness. Steward it intentionally. Guard heart, grow gifts, deepen walk with God. Build the life He placed in you. When your partner arrives, they'll find you already living purpose, not waiting for them to unlock it. That's the union God blesses. Chosen one, your patience isn't vain. Every obedience over compromise, trust over rushing, seeds for future harvest worth every tear. Lonely night, unanswered question. God's promise is sure, His timing impeccable. My call to you, hold fast. Refuse less than His promise. Keep eyes on Him, not calendar, comparisons, others' opinions. Your story is unique, unfolding to bring Him glory and you joy. If this was your confirmation, declare it. Type 777 in comments as prophetic act, agreeing with God's plan for your life. Let heaven and earth see your trust in His hand this season. As you do, know I'm standing in faith with you for every promise over your life and relationships. Before closing this blessing, may the Lord guard your heart, sharpen discernment, fill your spirit with peace, strengthen you to walk confidently this season. Knowing you're chosen, loved, protected, may your waiting be purposeful, solitude, revelation rich, heart ready for appointed time. When it comes, may your union shine so brightly it draws others closer to Him. Chosen one, this is your time to prepare, grow, trust, hope. Your story isn't paused, it's unfolding exactly as it should. God holds you, He won't let go. If this spoke to your heart, subscribe. Hit the bell, never miss what God's saying. Share with another chosen one needing this reminder today. You never know whose life changes because you shared the word. Now go forward boldly, knowing you're not waiting in vain.